Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We got a bit of a wet one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's jump right in with a player who's hit a bit of a rough patch lately. It's been an absolute ice-cold streak, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, but today could be his day to break out of it. A few swings, some luck, and maybe he'll get back on track. It's just about finding that rhythm.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And the right-hander with the good curveball, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Otto Lopez leading things off and takes a strike. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Xavier Edwards will hit next. Ripped to right. Hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2. And time now for the Marlins lineup. One guy they want to get turned around in the 6th spot, Jesus Sanchez.
Well, I hate to say it, but just a dreadful season in the batter's box so far, Boog. Batting average is bad. The on-base percentage is bad. And, well, that's pretty much all you need to know. It's been a really tough campaign for this guy, but here's hoping he can figure some things out and start making some sort of impact with his bat.
Connor Norby now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. And that one
that's down.
Cutting but missing down low. Inside. And the count is 3-1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Jonah Bride stands in now and watches strike 1. First and second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him looking. Third out, and that ends the frame. No runs, a hit, 2 left. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here with my pal Singy. And today on the hill, Max Meyer. What do you look for here?
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And out number 1 on the grab. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Tony Gwynn.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Just missing there. And that is ball 1. And that's too high. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, as they still don't have it.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Yeah, that's fouled off. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Adios, Peralta. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-0.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Muncy with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
We usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Swings and misses. Struck him out. 2 down, bases empty. And up to the plate is Will Smith. There's a line drive to left field. And that's a base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Over to first, and he saved. Kim turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Another move to first. And they're keeping him close. And that's disengagement number 2.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. Mookie Betts brings the noise on this home run. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Yamamoto back to work. Yamamoto, 26 years old, and he was born in Japan.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. You got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And up next for Miami, Agustin Ramirez.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
Well, Boog, here's a nugget on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, he rarely travels without his tiny, fluffy dog, Mikan. Mikan is named after a famous mandarin orange from Japan whose peel nearly matches the pup's fur color. I love that name.
Just missed. Ramirez with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Just misses with that one.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And the batter now, Dane Myers. Two out, space is empty. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Miami down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. Here's a high chopper. And
Nope,
that
that's
goes foul. Kim with another scorching run of play lately. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. Adios, pelota. He hammers one out to right, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got to pitch the drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
0-1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses the zone. 1-2 to count.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
On the ground, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Tons of pop. Right now, he's third in the National League in homers. That misses the zone. Ball one. That one fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. Right side. Here's Edwards for one. Out with the pitcher covering. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And next for LA, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Check swing went around. That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Lays down a bunt to the right side. Pride. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Dodgers add one to their lead on the solo homer. It's now 3-0. This is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next offering upstairs. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Back up that got him. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that one misses up and in. And it's 1-0. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
In for a strike. 3-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Struck him out looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Conine, the next to hit, takes ball one.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Man at first, one away. Gets a piece and stays alive. In the dirt. Stays alive. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Edwards stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike. This one chopped to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for Miami. They trail it here 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Freddie Freeman.
Well, he's back out
No,
here
that's
for the
down.
third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Sends it to
He's
first. One up, one down.
Now batting, number 21.
And up next for Los Angeles, Tony Gwynn. He tripled and scored his first time. That one hit to right. Sanchez. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Now batting, shortstop.
Two outs, base is empty. Mookie Betts now at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
Boog, here's someone that loves playing at home, and who can blame him? His numbers are historically better, and he's already 1 for 1 out of the chute.
In the air, right field. Sanchez makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium, leading off, Connor Norby.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
Close, but called a ball. 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Strike one.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. And there's a ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Not
Ball
close
one,
with
no
that
strike.
one, and that's ball one.
Ball two.
Swing and a ground ball. High throw to first, and he can't reach it.
No,
Makes the
he's
turn and heads for second. And he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a two-base error.
That's a case where he just pushed the throw a little bit, didn't stay on top of it, didn't find the release point, and it gave him no chance at first base to come down with it. I know he won't be happy with himself on that one.
One out, runner at second. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That's in there, and it's 0-1. And that one goes straight to the backstop. Right, up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. And now for the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And there's a strike to the outside corner.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
0-2 now. Just off the outside edge.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Two outs. That one outside. And it's 2-2. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Hernandez settles underneath it. And that is that. So one run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively. Bottom of the inning, down to third baseman, Max Muncy. One home run shy of 200 for his career. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three. The batter now will be Will Smith. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out. Two down after the strikeout. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Ha-Seong Kim. He's already homered here in this one. That's hard hit on the line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
So runner at second, two down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one clips the corner. Kim at second with two down. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely.
He's in there. He's safe.
Now back to second, and this time he gets him, and that'll do it for the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Yamamoto back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Meyer, in his third season, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
So digging in, Otto Lopez, 1 for 2. First pitch misses.
Oh, I think the
Counts
key,
1-0.
if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The Marlins trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That just misses, and the count's even at 2.
2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That
The
misses.
count full.
3-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. This to third. Throws across the diamond, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
In the air, left side. Hernandez settles underneath it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Line to left and foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today. Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Man at first, nobody out. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch just misses. Tap foul at the plate.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Double play ball to second. Here's Edwards for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
You know, that looks routine, but it hasn't been so easy for this club defensively this year. And you got to make those routine plays behind a pitcher. It helps him to get more comfortable and move through this ball game.
So now here's the pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Oh for 1. Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Michael Conforto.
And he's got a little pop in his bat, Boo. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
Close, but called a ball. 1-0. Meyer throws to first.
No, he's in.
And he's back safely. Another throw over.
He's good.
And he's back in that time as well. Back to first. He disengages for a third time. That's an automatic balk.
So the runner advances, and there's no way he's happy with himself on the mound right now.
Meyer checks the runner. Oh, they got him leaning. He's out.
Great job by the defense executing that daylight play perfectly. It's such a timing thing, and that middle infielder and the pitcher have to be on the same page, and it's got to be a good throw. Nice job right there.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That's off the inside corner. Now 2 balls and a strike. And a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging. Dodgers go down. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Alex Vesia,
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Garcia ready to fire now. Fought off foul. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norton. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Fish down by a pair, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Foul ball there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Right in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Sets him down on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Offense held in check there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Marlins 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jesus Tinoco. He last pitched 2 days ago. Back to the top of the lineup, Freddie Freeman digs in now. He swings and fouls one off. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So man aboard, Tony Gwynn steps to the plate for the Dodgers. On the ground, right side. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Now it's Mookie Betts. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. turns and fires to Betts. And that is out of play. Freeman, the runner at second with one away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Muncy in the box now. No balls and a strike. The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swung on, belted. That's back. Adios, Peralta. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add on. It's 5-1. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs, that's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Will Smith to the plate. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And it skips in the
2
dirt.
strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Inside, just missed. And there's a foul ball. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And downstairs.
2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Ramirez, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Marlins down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
One down, base is empty. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Gwynn pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Two down, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. Going one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Marlins 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Second baseman, Hassan Kill.
And first offering is fouled off. That one lifted to left. Conine brings it in, and a quick out, number 1. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. He's 2 for 2.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Myers makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Tommy Edman at the plate.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Back to the top of the 8th, and they'll go with a pinch hitter to start the inning. Derek Hill.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
Ripped to short. Throw on to Freeman, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. 1 for 3. And that drops in for a strike. Next offering is in the dirt. And he grounds one to the right side. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder Griffin Conine.
And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. The Dodgers leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Here's a 1-2. Ground ball right side. Throw on to Freeman. Marlins set down in order. And the Marlins down quietly. They're down here 5-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Miami.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Seth Martinez.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So they turn to a bat off the bench for the pitcher, Andy Pajes. And a big swing and a miss. Martinez, a 6'2" righty, 30 years old now, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Here's the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Tony Gwynn getting ready to hit. Lifted in the air, out to left. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Blake Trinan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Hernandez makes the grab, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Jonah Bride. Hard hit to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Dodgers take the series opener here at home.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
5-1 is how it ends. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.